Just being honest. Nothing but the truth, yeah. Nothing but the truth, yeah. Honesty, CJ, honesty. CJ, honesty, CJ, honesty. CJ, honesty. Just being honest. Nothing but the truth.
Welcome to another episode of
CJ Honesty.
And today we are continuing on talking about online dating.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go right into those pros. The pros of online dating.
dating. So you could start off.
Pros, easy access, I think. It makes easy access. Like back in the day, even if you watch the movie Friday,
Mm-hmm.
you got your neighborhood, and you pretty much only knew the people, or if you're a girl, you only knew the guys that was around your neighborhood, or if you're a guy, you don't even really know the girls that's in your neighborhood or you go to school with, the people you go to school with. That's pretty much all you got. People you work with, school, everything like that. Well, nowadays, though, you can sit there and be online and meet somebody that's from a whole nother city, or even crazier than that, a whole nother state, or even crazier than that, a whole nother country, if you feel like you want to get into that and get that deep into it. But yeah, as far as how deep, I probably would have gotten into it as maybe like a different city, because a different city might be 30 to maybe an hour away, but it's very convenient. I think it's better because you're not just sitting there, the prettiest girl in the neighborhood probably already got a boyfriend, whereas you can find somebody online that you might like even more,
Yeah, and that goes into our next point, which is meet people around the world, like you said.
Yeah.
With online dating, you can meet someone out of the country, from another country, and eventually, most of the time, people do meet up. Some people are willing to go to the other country to meet that person, or that other person who's living in the other country will fly out that person to where they live, and that's a good thing. It's a whole it takes you out of your comfort zone.
I feel like that can be it's a little bit too much of that flying out thing going on right now, especially on Instagram. That's a whole nother thing.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get what you want, right?
I don't know.
Or you don't think so?
Some people doing it for the wrong, being flown out for the wrong reason.
Yeah, if you only have a one-way ticket there, then you know what that means.
Yeah.
It's not two-way. If it's only one way,
yeah.
they don't have your best interests. Just saying. So what's the next one?
Helping people with social anxiety. I think it helps people with social anxiety. So, for instance, if you're a guy or you're a girl who have a problem with, mainly girls only walk up to guys like that, but
yeah, we don't.
Guys who got problems with walking up to girls, like any random girl at a movie theater, at a mall, outside, you can pretty much just get online, which is kind of corny to me, but to each his own. I think you should just build your self-confidence up and learn how to talk to people or spark a conversation. But I've heard stories where a lot of girls will say a guy will see them in the store or at school one day, and he'll just look at them.
Yeah,
but
it's
he
always
won't
like
say
a look.
anything.
And they check you out
get online and then say, "Hey."
Oh my goodness, I never understood. I'm like, I always thought that was so weird. I think I've had that happen to me before.
Yeah.
I've seen someone I know online. That person wouldn't say nothing.
And I think I literally had met somebody at like a gas station or something, and then you get online, you see this person on your on your suggested friends list, and I'm like,
Mhm.
what the heck is it? Like they know like who you're around now. They're
Well,
really able to do that. I'm
your
like,
phone can track what you
okay,
say. Your phone can technically they say that your phone can pick up on what you say and stuff. Why you think the ads come up on Facebook after you talk about something with someone,
mm,
or you look up something on Google? Everything's connected.
yeah, yeah. But even so, though, they know like you're talking to this person, so I'm gonna add them on your
Suggesting,
suggestion.
yeah, suggestive
Yeah,
friends.
like what if that person even never said their name? Like, how do you know I was just talking to this person?
It could be a voice recognition
It
tool.
could be that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot out there with technology.
yeah.
It's crazy. But so you think that social anxiety is only for men? I think women have social
I
anxiety
think
too.
women can have it. I don't
Hmm.
know if it's as
Especially,
bad as
hmm
men because, like we just said, women don't particularly have to walk up to somebody, some stranger that you don't even know.
but do
You
you?
know.
I think it has affect like having social anxiety. I think it's affected a lot of people, especially during last year, during COVID. I think during
Mm.
being isolated has a lot to do with social anxiety. Well, after last year, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
just
Like,
in general, not
yeah,
even okay. If you're talking about just in general having social anxiety, then yeah, I
yeah.
don't know if they have it with dating,
You
but
talking about women?
yeah,
Yeah, because we don't. I guess we're
or with
not.
not with dating, but with going up and talking to somebody,
It's not a
because
common thing for women to go
yeah,
up
you
to
don't
a
really
man.
have to. You can
Yeah,
kind of just look nice,
yeah. Be here.
maybe even say hi,
Hmm.
or maybe even throw like a seed for him, like,
Hmm.
oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, I went here this weekend,
Hmm.
and then let him lead from there. You don't really have to actually, ask like, can we go out? Like, I don't know any girl that will go that far with it. I'm sure there's girls out there that have done it,
Yeah.
but it's
Hmm.
not. I don't think
It's not
it's common.
common
Yeah,
as common as men going up to a woman.
yeah. I think women will do this thing where they'll put themselves in your vicinity, like so that you can talk to them. Like if you're at a grocery store or something,
to
they'll
get to
and
get their
they
attention. To
yeah
get you, yeah,
to
the
get
guy's
you to
attention.
talk to them. They might even like come in your eye if they saw you in a grocery store. They think you're a nice looking person or
Hmm.
something, and they'll come in your aisle, and act like they're getting the bread, like you're getting the bread, and they don't even need bread. They'll
Yeah.
do something like that, but they won't actually walk up to you and like tell you like directly that they want to go out with you. It might be even a general conversation, but I don't think it's like how men have to like actually, you
Because you
know.
know why? Because women like to chase. Women like men chasing. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
I believe that. I think. Oh, well, that's like the other episode we just had where we talked about
Mm.
women really like attention more
Which
so than
no, the last episode we had, which was the Imani.
no
Oh, okay.
last
Oh,
no
last season.
no
Oh,
last episode. This is part two.
oh, yes, yes. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Oh, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, on the last episode.
I'm getting old, guys. My bad. I was just
So
like,
on the
what?
last episode, we was talking
Oh,
about
yes.
how I kind of think that women naturally just like attention more than guys.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one is matching with a compatible partner. So with the online
I don't
dating.
believe in that. Go ahead.
You was quick to answer. Okay, can I finish my thought? Okay, I've had. Oh, okay. Anyways, so matching with a compatible partner. We the one who came up with this. How
Mm.
you gonna say you disagree?
No,
Okay, I
no,
guess you could.
I'm saying I disagree with the whole thing of
Oh, okay.
matching. Yeah.
So I was gonna say that with the online dating apps, they do have it to where
The
it
matchmaking.
matches with someone. So with I know about Tinder. So with Tinder, most of you, for those who used it,
Mm.
You know, for those who don't know, it goes by like
You know what? On the last, I'm sorry to cut you off. On that last
yes.
episode, the the um the app that I couldn't think of, I just thought of it now. It's called OK Cupid.
I talked about that last episode. I said I created it with my ex friend.
You
Remember
didn't
in
say
high school, I
you
said
didn't,
we created OK Cupid
but you
account.
didn't say it was on OK
Yes, I
Cupid.
did.
Though.
I said it was on
Did
OK
you?
Cupid. Yes, I did. Now you're getting old and you're starting to forget things too. Okay. Anyways, can I say what I'm gonna say for this?
Go ahead.
Okay, so with the online dating tools that they have now with accounts, well, they've been had this. They have a feature where they do match you with people, and once you are matched, you get a notification about it. So they match you based on interests, hobbies, religious beliefs, values, etc. So,
And I think when I used to first start on there on the online dating,
yeah.
it wasn't based on all that. It was literally based on
Oh, was it?
the
Oh.
looks.
Really?
It started with the looks. You would make a check mark, and if that person checked you too, it was a match.
I think it depends on the app. I think it depends on
they all pretty much started like
okay,
that.
well,
And
I
then they
never
got
really
kind
used a
of,
lot of it.
and then they kind of got like a little deeper with it, where you based it off of like if you're a Christian, if you smoke, if you drink, how many kids do you want? They got like really deep with it.
Wait,
like,
so that's not a pro then? They don't match. So the pro we have is incorrect.
How's that not? What you mean? It's
because they only go based on. You said they go based on looks.
No, I said it started off.
Oh, okay. So
like
now
that.
they go based on what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it can be a pro, but when I think about it, someone can just lie about all that stuff. When you think about it, are you really compatible with that person? It could be a facade.
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 It could lie. I don't know why you would lie, because I mean,
what do
you just going to end up being matched with who fits you? Why would you lie about it? Like if you smoke, say you smoke, like
so that you can look a certain way to people. It's about the appeal.
I guess like if you get on Christian Mingle and you sit there, you're not about to say like I smoke and I drink. Like you're not about to check that. Like
I have some concerns about that Christian Mingle stuff, because people can say they're Christian, but they're not. They just using it just to get, meet someone. I have
that too, but Christian Mingle was nobody really talked on there.
What do you do on Christian Mingle?
I did not come across anybody that actually talked on there.
What do you do on here then?
They had actual like little live chat things that people would get on and talk on, but nobody was really actually trying to date or anything.
What's the point of having? Wait, so it's just a social?
And that's what a lot
thing?
of online apps have become now. That are supposed to be dating apps. You're supposed to be getting on there dating, but now they have this thing where you go live on there, and the people will come on. They watch you going live, and you're talking to like all these people that come on your live. You're just talking to them, and especially with the guys will be on a girl's live, and all of them are trying to talk to her at the same time. And it's, to me, that's like just an attention thing, because she's not going to actually give any of these guys a chance. She's just on there because she likes seeing the comments. You're beautiful. You're so pretty. You're this, you're that. And then I would literally see where the girl would say, I actually have a boyfriend, or I'm actually married. I'm just on here.
A boyfriend or a husband.
Yeah, I'm just on here vibing. Mm-hmm. And guys would still be on there saying you're so beautiful and stuff like that. And she'd say, oh, thank you. And I'm like, what is this? Like,
first of all, that's why you with someone just so that you can hear from them, not from someone else. I mean, well, it's not bad to give credit to someone who's nice looking, right? If you're in a relationship, right?
No, it's not.
Because that's not going to stop. We're gonna, even though you're together with someone, you're still gonna find someone else, nice.
I don't know if that means you got to go up and tell the person they're nice looking.
Okay, yeah, but
now somebody can be nice looking. You can think that somebody is
Yeah.
nice looking, but as far as like going up, if you're married or something, I don't know if you go like
But I
actually
don't. Yeah,
go
I
up to the
think if
person
we
and
were
say,
out, John, I don't think I'd be like, oh, go up to a guy and be like, oh, you're so handsome,
yeah,
right?
like I
When I'm
mean,
with
if
you,
I mean, and again, I guess with if you're saying to a person like if you're having general conversation and you tell them you like their shoes that they got on, or you like their hairstyle,
which
that
is a
might be
compliment. Yeah.
those are compliments. But then again, you don't know how that can be taken as well because some people take that as you flirting too. Or it could be a way you flirt. That's how some people flirt is by them saying like I like your hair
Yeah.
or something like that. Or you look nice today. Some people take that as flirting. So
Mhm.
it
But
could, yeah.
but I've told you. I mean, I see someone be like, oh, she's pretty, oh, or whatever.
No, that's different than actually going up to the person and saying you're attractive.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
if you
Like if you're just talking with your partner, oh, like if someone looks nice, and you tell them, oh, that's they look
well, no,
nice or
that's
something.
different. Yeah, because everybody's a human being. You're gonna
Yeah.
still. Doesn't matter if you're with somebody or if you're married. You're still gonna think that people are attractive. That part
Yeah,
of
that
your
part is not gonna
brain
go away,
doesn't
which
go away.
some people think it does when you get married. I don't know why.
No.
But I am the top person, right, John? On the
Mhm.
top of the list. Anyways, okay. Really? You did not answer. You're supposed to say yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So, the next was it the pros that we still
Oh
on?
yeah,
Pros?
we're then last one. Last pro.
Communication
Yes, it is. That's a pro.
for
For
dating
yes.
online.
What? Yes.
Communication for dating online.
It's
Okay, you
it's
got to
another
explain that.
okay,
To
it's
me.
another
I
way.
don't know.
It's a pro because if you don't okay, if you're okay, I'm gonna give a scenario. If you're a deaf person, you can't like hear somebody. Okay, I know you have the hearing aid, right?
Okay.
Well, if you can't afford it, right, and you can't hear people, right? That's another form of communication. If you want to go, meet someone to date and they don't know sign language, whatever, you can go online and type it up, type what you want to say to them.
Oh,
It depends on the scenario. Okay, that's just one scenario I came up with.
That's another topic because I would like to know how the deaf people date.
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting one. Interesting.
Like, is there a dating site for them? Do they have their own personal dating sites or something?
Wait a sec. I need to look that up. That's a very interesting topic.
You know what else is crazy? I don't know if I ever met no deaf person.
I have actually. I used to follow a deaf guy. He was not bad looking online.
Yeah.
This was Facebook, and he was deaf.
You being deaf don't got nothing to do with how you look.
Okay. Anyways. Okay. Besides, I'm just saying. I'm giving some details here.
Yeah.
Okay. So he was a Spanish dude, and he was deaf, right? And he would post his pictures on Facebook, and I guess he had a lot of attention because how he looked. The girls would be, oh, you're handsome, whatever, right? So that's a good question. Like that's a good. I don't know.
Yeah, so
I don't know anybody who's deaf.
There's three people that I never actually really. No, I'm sorry. I've seen a blind person before, but actually, like a lot of them, like deaf people, blind people, and small people.
Yes.
Where are those three groups? Or do they have like their own communities?
Well, I think small people do. I don't really see a lot.
Blind people. I definitely see blind people everywhere. So that's not really a thing. But deaf people. I mean, I guess you wouldn't know if they're deaf though if you just see them out in the open.
Yeah, you won't know, John, unless you talk with them directly.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. How do they date? Like, if they can't hear, or if you don't know sign language and you like somebody, how do you approach them? If you're interested in someone, but they're,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you would have to take a class with them, or they might have to.
But that's why I said I put this as a pro. That communication is a pro for online dating.
Mm.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can start with the catfish con, but I think we already really talked about catfish and
Well, that's the top. That's the top one for online dating. You
yeah.
just gotta watch the catfishes out there. And like what John said, in the first part of our episode, that if someone don't put their camera on for a consistent time, for a consecutive days or whatever, however long you talk to them, they always make an excuse up to not turn on the camera, then that's a red flag.
Well, yeah, because I think even somebody that I had went out with, if I'm not mistaken, the first time we had talked about getting on video, she couldn't make it because she had to be somewhere. She really did have to be somewhere.
Mm.
And then the next day after that, we got on the video chat. So I think after a certain amount of days of you guys agreeing to be on the video chat, you have to give them a time limit on that.
Yeah. And
Otherwise, if they don't,
move on,
you have to don't be in denial and be like, oh, eventually they'll turn it on. They're just being shy. No, like you need to move on.
you need to move on.
Right.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Stop. Pause. Need to move on.
Right.
Let's go. All right. So next one is long distance time difference. That's a con. With that, because obviously you can't not see them or not see them. You can't hang out with them.
But long distance is you driving far.
Yeah.
You know, and then the time
you can't hang out with
difference.
them
Yeah.
if it's long distance, and with the time difference, if they're in another country or whatever, or
Yeah.
even another state on
gotta
like the West Coast.
constantly
If you're on the
add-
East Coast,
yeah.
you gotta
sit there
keep that
and
in
be
mind.
counting like,
Oh,
okay, what time is it over here
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock here,
You
but
know.
we have it's 8 o'clock there. Let me call them real quick
in the
before
morning?
they go to bed.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah. If it's 5 p.m. over
Yeah.
here, then it's 8 o'clock over there. They might be at work. You're getting off work. You know, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And other thing that I really don't like about
Ooh, this is a big one.
is ghosting people. Now, some people say
What is ghosting for those who don't know?
ghosting is when you're talking to somebody for maybe 3-4 weeks, you're having good conversation, and all of a sudden you just don't message them anymore. You don't return any phone calls. Now I've heard people say, oh well, you're not what is that? It's not mandatory. I don't have
to respond.
Yeah, I don't have to respond to them.
Yeah, but come on.
Which is true. Well, people, I think, first of all, I think that's a very condescending attitude to have about that. Like, oh, I don't have to, you don't have to do it. Yeah, you don't have to do it, but why would you do that to somebody? Just be an adult. Be an adult and say that you're not interested. Like, what is like?
It's to me that's a toxic.
I think
thing
ghosting.
to do.
If you was trying not to hurt somebody's feelings, ghosting is worse than you actually saying like you're not interested. It's better. It's to me, in my opinion, it's better to say that you're not interested than to sit there and ghost them, because now you leaving that person to their own.
You're leaving them hanging.
Yeah, they own mind and their own thoughts about.
Am I not good enough, or I'm not worthy for the? Why is this person did not? Oh my God, he didn't answer my call.
Yeah, at least if you actually speak to that person, you can tell them like, you just think the communication is off. You just think that you guys don't believe in the same things.
Yeah, or they just don't find you attractive. Simple as that.
I think that's the part that people try to avoid, that they like, okay, I just don't find this person attractive, and they trying to avoid that, saying that, so they ghost the person. But even in that, still, like, you can still try to find some excuse, even if you don't got to tell the person they're not attractive, but say something that's like, it's just not working, or you just not say like, oh, I'm not in the mind state to date right now. Say something like that. But
if they see with someone else, that's a little toxic, John. That's kind of messed up. If you post something online, you said, you don't want to be with nobody, but you end up with someone.
That's why I was trying to just make up some.
I know, but I started thinking some scenarios. Yeah, ghosting is not good.
No.
But yeah, that's a con, and people do it a lot.
Yeah, and then the next one is married
Marry
people.
on dating sites. I mentioned this, I think, in the first part, that it's a lot of married people online. Just
Yeah,
after one
yeah,
thing,
we
you just
mentioned
want a
that on
good
the
time.
last episode. I was
Yeah.
talking about how some of the girls will have a live, they bring up their live, and then the guys be saying, "Oh, hey, beautiful, beautiful," and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And she would say she's married, but even
but they
still,
still
they're still calling her beautiful, and she's allowing it. You know, she's allowing that person is allowing it to happen. You know,
yeah. So you got the married people online. Like sometimes you don't even know they're married, and they live in
Mm.
they talking to you on the side,
Yeah,
and that's toxic too.
Mm.
That's definitely a con. And you can't always go by what they post about themselves on these profiles, because it's not real. Or
yeah.
is it real?
Mm.
That's for you to find out. You gotta do some digging. I'm a very good digger. I'm a detective. I can figure things out, put things together.
Mm.
I've always been good with that. I think most women are.
Mm.
Okay.
So the other one is attention seeking.
Well, you did mention
And I think
Mhm.
that but it not just attention seeking, but that it. What am I trying to say? Like not just the attention seeking, but it actually becoming a behavior. Like you're just a person who constantly needs attention now because you're so used to being on these dating sites. You're so used to getting all these likes. You're so used to, like, if it was back in the 90s, you wouldn't be able to, if you was feeling lonely or depressed, or you was feeling like you wasn't pretty or you wasn't good enough, you couldn't just post a nice picture and then get like 100 likes on there. And now I'm like, okay, now I feel validation. Now I feel good about myself because all these people like my picture. That wasn't back in the day. Like, that's the only thing I don't like. That's one of the things I don't like about it, is because I think people get validation from it.
Yeah.
And because of that, you see that, I think that's why you see less people going on dates now, because they get that validation from social media. They get, you already got all these men, or if you're a man, you got all these women liking your picture and stuff. Like, I'm getting the validation already, so I don't need to go out in the world and actually get attention from this one person that's showing me attention. I can just go online and get the attention.
That's true.
Yeah.
And last one, I did mention this we mentioned about long distance time difference. The last con we have is lack of physical touch. That's the one reason why I wasn't into online dating, because I'm a type of person. My love language is physical touch. I love to hold hands, love to cuddle. That's how I show my affection. So if I can't, if you, like, a lot of people need, like, someone who's like me, who has that love language. If you can't do that, it's a big deal for people like me who has that love language. So, yeah. What do you think? You agree?
Yeah. You can't. There's no. Like I said in the last episode, like, you can't go for a walk and you're holding hands, or you're out taking pictures together somewhere or something. Like, there's none of that. You're just two people talking on the screen, and you're looking back and forth with each other.
Yeah. So, to conclude this, just protect yourself and take your time. If you are online dating right now, that's our advice to you.
Yes. So this has been an episode of
CJ Honesty.
Peace and blessings.
Just being honest, nothing but the truth.